What if I told you that becoming the best at anything doesn't require talent, luck, or even years of struggle? What if the secret to mastering your craft, your mindset, and your life was already inside you, waiting to be unlocked? Stick around, because today, we're diving into 8 powerful ways to become the best at anything. And no, this isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter, thinking differently, and unlocking the potential you didn't even know you had. Let's get one thing straight. Being the best at something isn't about being perfect. It's not about comparing yourself to others or chasing some unattainable ideal. It's about becoming the best version of you. The person who shows up every day, learns from every failure, and keeps moving forward no matter what. Whether you're trying to master a skill, build a business, or just live a more fulfilling life, the principles we're about to cover will change the way you think about success. These aren't quick fixes or hacks. These are timeless strategies that have worked for centuries, and they'll work for you too. Here's the thing. Most people never become the best at anything. Not because they're not capable, but because they get stuck. Stuck in self-doubt, stuck in bad habits, stuck in the belief that success is for other people, not them. They chase shortcuts, get discouraged by setbacks, and give up before they even get started. Sound familiar? The truth is, the biggest obstacle to becoming the best at anything isn't talent or opportunity. It's you. Your mindset, your habits, and your willingness to do the work when it's hard. But here's the good news. You can change that. Starting today. 1. Master the art of self-discipline. Let's start with the foundation. Self-discipline. You can't become the best at anything if you can't control your own actions. Self-discipline isn't about being rigid or punishing yourself. It's about making choices that align with your goals, even when it's uncomfortable. Think about it. Every time you choose to work on your craft instead of scrolling through your phone, you're building discipline. Every time you say no to distractions, you're getting closer to your goal. The best in the world don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Because motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of success. It's what keeps you going when the initial excitement fades, when the results aren't immediate, and when the path ahead seems daunting. It's the ability to delay gratification, to prioritize long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. And here's the thing. Self-discipline is a skill. It's not something you're born with or without. It's something you can develop, strengthen, and master over time. So, how do you build self-discipline? It starts with understanding why it's so important. Without self-discipline, even the most talented individuals fail to reach their potential. They get distracted, lose focus, and give up when things get tough. But with self-discipline, you can overcome obstacles, stay on track, and achieve your goals, no matter how big or small they are. One of the most effective ways to build self-discipline is to start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, focus on making small, consistent changes. For example, if you want to develop a daily writing habit, start by writing for just 10 minutes a day. It might not seem like much, but over time, those 10 minutes will add up. And as you build momentum, you can gradually increase the amount of time you spend writing. Another key to building self-discipline is to create a routine. When you have a set schedule, it's easier to stay on track and avoid distractions. For example, if you want to exercise regularly, set a specific time each day for your workout. Whether it's first thing in the morning or right after work, having a consistent routine will make it easier to stick to your goals. It's also important to eliminate distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, TV, email, you name it. If you want to build self-discipline, you need to create an environment that supports your goals. That might mean turning off your phone, blocking distracting websites, or finding a quiet place to work. The fewer distractions you have, the easier it will be to stay focused and disciplined. Another powerful tool for building self-discipline is accountability. When you're accountable to someone else, you're more likely to follow through on your commitments. That could mean finding a workout buddy, joining a mastermind group, or hiring a coach. When you know someone is counting on you, it's harder to make excuses or give up. But perhaps the most important aspect of self-discipline is mindset. You have to believe that you're capable of achieving your goals, even when it's hard. You have to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing and stay focused on the bigger picture. When you encounter setbacks, and you will, don't let them derail you. Instead, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Self-discipline also requires self-awareness. You need to understand your strengths and weaknesses, your triggers and temptations. For example, if you know you're more likely to procrastinate in the afternoon, schedule your most important tasks for the morning. If you know you're tempted to snack when you're stressed, find healthier ways to cope with stress. The more you understand yourself, the better equipped you'll be to make choices that align with your goals. It's also important to celebrate your progress. Building self-discipline is hard work, and it's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. But every small step you take is a step in the right direction. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they are. Did you resist the urge to check your phone during work? That's a win. Did you stick to your workout routine for a week? That's a win. Acknowledging your progress will keep you motivated and remind you that you're capable of achieving your goals. Finally, remember that self-discipline is a lifelong journey. It's not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's something you have to practice every day in every area of your life. There will be days when it's easier and days when it's harder. But the more you practice self-discipline, the stronger it will become. And over time, it will become second nature. In conclusion, self-discipline is the foundation of success. It's what allows you to stay focused, overcome obstacles, and achieve your goals. It's not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about making choices that align with your goals, even when it's hard. And the good news is, self-discipline is a skill that anyone can develop. Start small, create a routine, eliminate distractions, and stay accountable. Celebrate your progress, and remember that self-discipline is a lifelong journey. With time and practice, you can master the art of self-discipline and become the best at anything you set your mind to. 2. Embrace the power of consistency. Here's a hard truth. Talent is overrated. What separates the best from the rest isn't natural ability, it's consistency. Showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Even when progress feels slow. Consistency is what turns small actions into big results. It's not about doing something once and expecting miracles. It's about doing it 1,000 times until it becomes second nature. If you want to be the best, you have to fall in love with the process, not just the outcome. Consistency is the secret sauce of success. It's what transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Think about it. The most successful people in the world didn't get there overnight. They didn't rely on luck or talent alone. They showed up every day, put in the work, and stayed consistent, even when it was hard. And that's what made all the difference. So, why is consistency so powerful? Because it compounds. Every small action you take builds on the last one, creating a snowball effect. Over time, those small actions add up to big results. It's like planting a seed. At first, you don't see much growth, but if you keep watering it day after day, it will eventually grow into a strong, healthy tree. The same is true for your goals. If you stay consistent, you'll eventually see the fruits of your labor. But here's the thing. Consistency is hard. It's easy to stay motivated when you're just starting out, when everything is new and exciting. But as time goes on, motivation fades. Progress slows down, and it's tempting to give up. That's why so many people never reach their goals. They start strong, but they don't stay consistent. So how do you stay consistent? It starts with setting realistic expectations. If you set the bar too high, you're setting yourself up for failure. For example, if you've never run before, don't expect to run a marathon in a month. Start with small, achievable goals. Run for 10 minutes a day. Then gradually increase the time as you build endurance. The key is to set goals that are challenging but achievable. That way, you're more likely to stay consistent. Another key to staying consistent is to focus on the process, not just the outcome. It's easy to get discouraged if you're only focused on the end result. But success is a journey, not a destination. Instead of obsessing over the outcome, focus on the daily actions that will get you there. For example, if you're trying to write a book, don't worry about how many pages you've written. Focus on writing every day, even if it's just a few sentences. Over time, those daily actions will add up. It's also important to track your progress. When you can see how far you've come, it's easier to stay motivated. Keep a journal, use a habit tracker, or create a visual representation of your progress. For example, if you're trying to save money, create a chart that shows how much you've saved each month. Seeing your progress in black and white will remind you that your efforts are paying off. Another powerful tool for staying consistent is accountability. When you're accountable to someone else, you're more likely to follow through on your commitments. That could mean finding a workout partner, joining a mastermind group, or hiring a coach. When you know someone is counting on you, it's harder to make excuses or give up. But perhaps the most important aspect of consistency is mindset. You have to believe that your efforts will pay off, even when you don't see immediate results. You have to trust the process and stay committed, even when it's hard. When you encounter setbacks, and you will, don't let them derail you. Instead, use them as opportunities to learn and grow. Consistency also requires self-discipline. It's not always easy to show up every day, especially when you're tired, stressed, or unmotivated. But that's where self-discipline comes in. It's what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what helps you push through the tough times and stay on track. Another key to staying consistent is to make it easy. The easier it is to do something, the more likely you are to do it. For example, if you want to exercise every morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. If you want to eat healthier, prep your meals in advance. The fewer barriers there are, the easier it will be to stay consistent. It's also important to celebrate your wins. Staying consistent is hard work, and it's easy to get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. But every small step you take is a step in the right direction. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they are. Did you stick to your workout routine for a week? That's a win. Did you write every day for a month? That's a win. Acknowledging your progress will keep you motivated and remind you that you're capable of achieving your goals. Finally, remember that consistency is a lifelong journey. It's not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's something you have to practice every day in every area of your life. There will be days when it's easier and days when it's harder. But the more you practice consistency, the stronger it will become. And over time, it will become second nature. In conclusion, consistency is the key to success. It's what turns small actions into big results. It's not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about showing up every day, even when it's hard. And the good news is, consistency is a skill that anyone can develop. Set realistic expectations, focus on the process, track your progress, and stay accountable. Celebrate your wins, and remember that consistency is a lifelong journey. With time and practice, you can embrace the power of consistency and become the best at anything you set your mind to. 3. Learn to fail forward. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. The best in the world don't avoid failure. They learn from it. Every mistake, every setback, every no is an opportunity to grow. The key is to fail forward. Don't let failure define you. Let it teach you. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? When you start seeing failure as feedback, you'll stop fearing it and start using it to your advantage. Let's be real. Failure sucks. It's uncomfortable, it's embarrassing, and it can feel like the end of the world. But here's the truth. Failure is inevitable. If you're trying to achieve something meaningful, you're going to fail at some point. And that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's necessary. Failure is how we learn, grow, and improve. It's how we discover what works and what doesn't. It's how we build resilience and develop the skills we need to succeed. The problem isn't failure itself, it's how we respond to it. Most people see failure as a dead end. They let it discourage them, define them, and stop them from trying again. But the best in the world see failure differently. They see it as a stepping stone, a lesson, and an opportunity to grow. They don't let failure stop them. They use it to move forward. That's what it means to fail forward. So, how do you fail forward? It starts with changing your mindset. Instead of seeing failure as something to be avoided, see it as something to be embraced. Failure isn't the enemy. It's your teacher. Every time you fail, you're given a chance to learn something new, to improve, and to get better. The key is to approach failure with curiosity and a willingness to learn. One of the most important steps in failing forward is to take responsibility. When something goes wrong, it's easy to blame others, make excuses, or play the victim. But that won't help you grow. Instead, take ownership of your mistakes. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? What can I learn from this? When you take responsibility, you take control. You stop being a victim of circumstances and start being the creator of your own success. Another key to failing forward is to analyze your failures. Don't just brush them off and move on. Take the time to reflect on what went wrong and why. What were the contributing factors? What could you have done differently? What lessons can you take away from this experience? The more you understand your failures, the better equipped you'll be to avoid them in the future. It's also important to separate failure from your identity. Just because you failed at something doesn't mean you're a failure. Failure is an event, not a person. It's something that happened, not who you are. When you separate failure from your identity, it becomes easier to move on and try again. You realize that one setback doesn't define you. It's just one chapter in your story. Another powerful tool for failing forward is to reframe failure as feedback. Instead of seeing failure as a negative outcome, see it as valuable information. What is this failure telling you? What can you learn from it? How can you use this information to improve? When you start seeing failure as feedback, it becomes less scary and more useful. You start to see it as a necessary part of the learning process. It's also important to stay resilient. Failing forward requires persistence and determination. It's not about giving up when things get tough. It's about pushing through and trying again. Resilience is what allows you to bounce back from failure and keep moving forward. It's what helps you stay focused on your goals, even when the road ahead is rocky. Another key to failing forward is to celebrate small wins along the way. Failure can be discouraging, especially if you're not seeing immediate results. But every small step you take is a step in the right direction. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it is. Did you learn something new from your failure? That's a win. Did you try again, even though it was hard? That's a win. Acknowledging your progress will keep you motivated and remind you that you're capable of achieving your goals. Finally, remember that failing forward is a lifelong journey. It's not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's something you have to practice every day in every area of your life. There will be times when it's easier and times when it's harder. But the more you practice failing forward, the stronger you'll become. And over time, it will become second nature. In conclusion, failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. The best in the world don't avoid failure. They learn from it. They fail forward. They take responsibility, analyze their failures, and use them as opportunities to grow. They separate failure from their identity, reframe it as feedback, and stay resilient. They celebrate small wins and remember that failing forward is a lifelong journey. With time and practice, you can learn to fail forward and use failure to your advantage. 4. Surround yourself with excellence. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to be the best, you need to surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life, but it does mean being intentional about who you spend your time with. Seek out mentors, join communities, and connect with people who are already where you want to be. Excellence is contagious. Surround yourself with it. Let's face it, we're influenced by the people around us. Whether we realize it or not, The people we spend time with shape our thoughts, our habits, and our actions. If you surround yourself with negative, unmotivated people, it's going to be hard to stay positive and motivated. But if you surround yourself with positive, driven, and successful people, you're more likely to adopt those qualities yourself. That's why it's so important to be intentional about who you spend your time with. So, how do you surround yourself with excellence? It starts with evaluating your current circle. Take a look at the people you spend the most time with. Are they positive, supportive, and driven? Do they challenge you to be better? Do they inspire you to reach your goals? If not, it might be time to make some changes. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life, but it does mean being more intentional about who you spend your time with. One of the best ways to surround yourself with excellence is to seek out mentors. Mentors are people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. They've been where you are, and they know what it takes to succeed. They can offer guidance, advice, and support as you work toward your goals. Finding a mentor doesn't have to be complicated. It could be someone in your industry, a teacher, a coach, or even a friend or family member who has experience in your field. The key is to find someone who is willing to share their knowledge and help you grow. Another powerful way to surround yourself with excellence is to join communities of like-minded individuals. Whether it's a mastermind group, a professional organization, or an online community, being part of a group of people who share your goals and values can be incredibly motivating. These communities provide a sense of belonging, support, and accountability. They give you a place to share your ideas, ask for advice, and learn from others who are on the same journey. It's also important to connect with people who are already where you want to be. If you want to be the best, you need to learn from the best. Seek out people who have achieved what you want to achieve and learn from their experiences. This could mean attending conferences, networking events, or even reaching out to people directly. Don't be afraid to ask for advice or guidance. Most successful people are happy to share their knowledge and help others succeed. Another key to surrounding yourself with excellence is to be a positive influence on others. Excellence is contagious, and when you strive to be the best version of yourself, you inspire others to do the same. Be supportive, encouraging, and uplifting. Celebrate the successes of others and offer help when they need it. When you contribute to the success of others, you create a positive, empowering environment that benefits everyone. It's also important to set boundaries with people who bring you down. While it's not always possible to cut negative people out of your life completely, you can limit the time you spend with them. Be mindful of how certain people make you feel and prioritize your time with those who uplift and inspire you. Remember, you have the power to choose who you spend your time with, and those choices have a big impact on your success. Another powerful tool for surrounding yourself with excellence is to invest in personal development. Read books, listen to podcasts, and attend workshops that inspire and motivate you. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting content that challenges you to grow and improve. The more you invest in your own development, the more you'll attract like-minded individuals who are also committed to excellence. Finally, remember that surrounding yourself with excellence is a lifelong journey. It's not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's something you have to practice every day in every area of your life. There will be times when it's easier and times when it's harder. But the more you surround yourself with excellence, the stronger you'll become. And over time, it will become second nature. In conclusion, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to be the best, you need to surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better. Seek out mentors, join communities, and connect with people who are already where you want to be. Be a positive influence on others and set boundaries with those who bring you down. Invest in personal development and remember that surrounding yourself with excellence is a lifelong journey. With time and practice, you can create an environment that supports your goals and helps you become the best version of yourself. 5. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is often seen as the ultimate goal, but in reality, it can be a roadblock to success. The pursuit of perfection can lead to procrastination, fear of failure, and ultimately stagnation. Many people delay taking action because they are waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect skills, or the perfect resources. However, perfection is an illusion that can never truly be attained. The most successful individuals understand that progress is far more valuable than perfection. They focus on making consistent improvements, even if those improvements are small. Each step forward, no matter how minor, contributes to long-term success. One of the key reasons progress should be prioritized over perfection is that small, incremental changes compound over time. This principle, often referred to as the 1% rule, suggests that if you improve by just 1% every day, those tiny advancements will eventually lead to remarkable progress. This approach applies to all aspects of life: personal development, career growth, fitness, and relationships. The key is to start where you are, use the resources available to you, and take action. Waiting for the perfect circumstances will only lead to inaction. Fear of failure is another major reason why people strive for perfection. The belief that something must be flawless before it is shared or acted upon creates a mindset of fear and hesitation. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary part of the journey. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. By embracing imperfections and viewing setbacks as lessons, individuals can continuously refine their skills and knowledge. This mindset shift allows for a greater sense of progress and fulfillment. Progress fosters motivation and confidence. When individuals set realistic goals and celebrate their achievements, they build momentum. A sense of accomplishment, no matter how small, fuels the desire to continue moving forward. On the other hand, perfectionism often leads to disappointment and frustration, as the unrealistic standards set by perfectionists are rarely met. This can result in burnout and a lack of motivation to continue striving for success. Taking action is the most critical step in making progress. Many people spend excessive time planning and analyzing, trying to ensure that everything is flawless before they begin. While planning is important, over-planning can lead to analysis paralysis. The best way to improve is through experience. Learning by doing allows individuals to identify areas for improvement and make necessary adjustments along the way. Action breeds clarity, and the more one engages in a task, the better they become at it. A prime example of progress over perfection can be found in the world of entrepreneurship. Many successful businesses did not start as perfect products or services. They began as simple ideas that were gradually refined over time. Companies like Apple, Google, and Amazon did not start with flawless operations. They evolved through continuous iteration and improvement. If their founders had waited for perfection, these companies would have never come into existence. The same principle applies to personal goals. Starting with what you have and improving along the way is far more effective than waiting for an unattainable state of perfection. The mindset of progress over perfection also encourages resilience. When individuals understand that progress is a journey rather than a destination, they become more adaptable and open to change. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. Those who focus on perfection often struggle to cope with setbacks, whereas those who prioritize progress view obstacles as part of the learning process. This adaptability is crucial for long-term success and personal growth. In conclusion, perfection is an illusion that hinders growth, while progress is the key to achieving meaningful success. By embracing the philosophy of continuous improvement, individuals can overcome fear, build confidence, and make steady advancements in their personal and professional lives. Rather than waiting for everything to be perfect, the best approach is to start now, learn from experiences, and keep moving forward. Progress, not perfection, is the true path to achievement. 6. Develop a growth mindset. The way we perceive our abilities and potential plays a crucial role in our success. A growth mindset, as coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This contrasts with a fixed mindset, where individuals believe their talents and abilities are static and unchangeable. Those with a growth mindset embrace challenges, view failures as opportunities for learning, and continuously strive for improvement. A key aspect of a growth mindset is seeing challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. Many people shy away from difficulties, fearing failure or discomfort. However, those with a growth mindset understand that challenges are essential for growth. Facing and overcoming difficulties strengthens skills, builds resilience, and enhances problem-solving abilities. When individuals embrace challenges instead of avoiding them, they unlock their full potential. Effort is another fundamental component of a growth mindset. In a fixed mindset, people believe that talent alone determines success. However, research has consistently shown that effort and perseverance are more significant predictors of achievement. The world's most successful individuals did not reach their heights solely because of innate talent. They worked tirelessly to develop their skills. Hard work, dedication, and a willingness to learn from mistakes are the true drivers of success. Criticism and feedback play a significant role in fostering growth. Those with a fixed mindset often see criticism as a personal attack, while those with a growth mindset view it as valuable input for improvement. Constructive feedback provides insights into areas that need development. By actively seeking feedback and using it to refine skills and knowledge, individuals can continuously progress. The ability to accept and learn from criticism is a powerful tool for personal and professional growth. One of the most transformative aspects of a growth mindset is shifting from "I can't" to "How can I?" This simple change in perspective opens up a world of possibilities. When faced with a challenge, instead of giving up, individuals with a growth mindset ask themselves how they can find a solution. This proactive approach fosters creativity, problem-solving, and innovation. It encourages persistence and resilience, qualities that are essential for long-term success. Developing a growth mindset requires self-awareness and conscious effort. It involves recognizing self-limiting beliefs and actively challenging them. Negative thoughts such as, "I'll never be good at this," or "I'm just not smart enough," must be replaced with empowering beliefs like, "I can learn this with practice," or "Every mistake is a step toward improvement." By consistently reinforcing positive and growth-oriented thoughts, individuals can reshape their mindset and unlock their potential. The impact of a growth mindset extends beyond personal development. It influences relationships, career success, and overall well-being. In the workplace, individuals with a growth mindset are more adaptable, open to learning, and willing to take on new challenges. This makes them valuable assets to organizations and increases their opportunities for advancement. In relationships, a growth mindset fosters better communication, empathy, and the willingness to work through difficulties rather than giving up when faced with challenges. In conclusion, developing a growth mindset is one of the most powerful changes an individual can make. By embracing challenges, putting in consistent effort, seeking feedback, and maintaining a solution-oriented approach, individuals can continuously improve and achieve their goals. A growth mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities and fosters a lifelong commitment to learning and self-improvement. By shifting from limiting beliefs to a mindset of growth and possibility, success becomes not just a destination, but a continuous journey of improvement and achievement. 7. Take ownership of your life. Taking ownership of your life is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. It means stepping away from excuses, releasing blame, and understanding that you are in complete control of your destiny. Many people go through life believing that their circumstances define them, that external forces dictate their success or failure. However, the truth is that no one is coming to save you. No one will hand you the life you desire. If you want to be the best, you must embrace full responsibility for your life. Ownership means understanding that every decision you make, every action you take, and every result you achieve is entirely your responsibility. It means not blaming your upbringing, your environment, or the people around you for where you are today. It's easy to fall into the trap of victimhood, believing that life is unfair, that you were dealt a bad hand, or that success is reserved for the lucky few. But the most successful people in the world reject this mindset. They refuse to see themselves as victims of circumstances and instead become creators of their future. Taking ownership requires a shift in mindset. Instead of waiting for the perfect conditions, you start working with what you have. Instead of making excuses, you find solutions. This level of responsibility forces you to develop a proactive attitude toward life. If something isn't working, you fix it. If you're not where you want to be, you take the necessary steps to change it. Ownership means accepting that every failure is a lesson, every challenge is an opportunity, and every setback is a stepping stone toward success. When you take ownership, you realize that blaming others is a waste of energy. Complaining about circumstances does nothing to improve them. You stop waiting for someone to give you permission to chase your dreams. You stop looking for external validation and start focusing on internal motivation. Ownership means understanding that you have the power to design your life. It means setting clear goals, taking decisive action, and holding yourself accountable for your progress. People who take full responsibility for their lives understand that success is not a matter of luck. It's a matter of choice. They don't wait for things to happen. They make things happen. They take control of their habits, their mindset, and their actions. They don't dwell on past mistakes, but use them as fuel for growth. They don't waste time on distractions or negativity. Instead, they channel their energy into productive pursuits. One of the most significant benefits of taking ownership is that it empowers you. When you realize that you have control over your destiny, you feel a sense of confidence and purpose. You no longer feel helpless or stuck. You understand that you can shape your future by making the right choices today. This mindset shift is what separates high achievers from those who remain stagnant. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or resources. It's the willingness to take full responsibility for their lives. In the end, taking ownership is about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about refusing to settle for mediocrity. It's about pushing through obstacles, learning from failures, and continuously striving for greatness. When you take ownership, you stop living in fear and start living with intention. You stop reacting to life and start creating the life you truly desire. 8. Stay hungry, stay humble. The best in the world never stop learning. They remain insatiably curious, always seeking new knowledge, experiences, and growth opportunities. This hunger for improvement separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. No matter how much success they achieve, they never allow themselves to become complacent. They understand that mastery is a continuous journey, not a final destination. Staying hungry means constantly pushing yourself beyond your limits. It means setting new goals, challenging yourself, and refusing to settle for comfort. The moment you think you've arrived, you stop growing. The best athletes, entrepreneurs, and artists in the world share this trait. They are always looking for ways to get better. They never rest on their laurels because they understand that the world is always evolving, and to stay ahead, they must evolve as well. However, hunger alone is not enough. Equally important is humility. The truly great understand that no matter how skilled, knowledgeable, or successful they become, there is always more to learn. They don't let success inflate their ego or failure destroy their confidence. Instead, they remain grounded, focused, and open to feedback. They seek out mentors, learn from those who have gone before them, and stay receptive to new ideas. Humility allows you to recognize that you don't have all the answers. It enables you to listen, to adapt, and to grow. Those who lack humility often become arrogant, believing they have nothing left to learn. This mindset is dangerous because it leads to stagnation. When you think you know everything, you stop improving. The greatest minds in history, from scientists to business leaders, were lifelong learners. They remained humble enough to acknowledge their limitations and hungry enough to keep pushing forward. Staying humble also means not letting success change who you are. Many people achieve great things only to become complacent or arrogant. They forget the struggles that got them there. True greatness lies in remembering your roots, appreciating your journey, and staying connected to the people and values that shaped you. Those who stay humble treat others with respect, remain open to learning, and never lose sight of what truly matters. Another key aspect of staying hungry and humble is resilience. Success is not a straight path. It's filled with ups and downs, victories and failures. Those who achieve lasting greatness understand that setbacks are part of the process. They don't let failure discourage them or success make them complacent. They remain focused on continuous growth, knowing that every challenge presents an opportunity to improve. The best in the world also understand the importance of surrounding themselves with people who challenge and inspire them. They seek out environments that foster growth rather than comfort. They welcome constructive criticism and use it as fuel for improvement. They are not threatened by the success of others, but are inspired by it. This mindset allows them to keep evolving, keep pushing, and keep striving for excellence. Ultimately, staying hungry and staying humble is about embracing the journey rather than fixating on the destination. It's about recognizing that there is no final level of mastery, only continuous improvement. It's about waking up every day with the desire to be better than you were yesterday. It's about striving for excellence while remaining teachable. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you stop growing. The key to true success is balancing ambition with humility, drive with gratitude, and confidence with an open mind. In the end, the pursuit of greatness is a lifelong commitment. Those who stay hungry and stay humble never stop evolving. They understand that success is not about reaching a peak, but about continually climbing higher. They embrace the process, learn from every experience, and remain grateful for the journey. That is what sets them apart. That is what makes them the best in the world. Here's the bottom line. Becoming the best at anything isn't about being better than everyone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about showing up, doing the work, and never giving up. It's about believing in yourself even when no one else does. You have everything you need to succeed. The only question is, are you willing to do what it takes? To recap, master self-discipline, embrace consistency, learn to fail forward, surround yourself with excellence, focus on progress, develop a growth mindset, take ownership, and stay hungry but humble. These aren't just tips, they're principles. Principles that have stood the test of time and will work for anyone who applies them. So, what are you waiting for? Start today, start now. The best version of you is waiting.